Hello and welcome to Divine Play Moves. Today's flow is going to be just a gentle way to get grounded, get connected to your body, and just find your breath and your flow. So we're going to start in a child's pose today. Go ahead and just find your way onto your mat. Finding your child's pose, you can do knees together or even just a bit open, and just find your way into your child's pose. Taking 3 deep breaths here. You can have the arms reaching long or take them down by your sides. See if you can find some breath into your ribs and back. And then we're gonna just invite a side body opening. So we're gonna send our hands over to one side. From here, you're going to anchor your opposite seat. So I'm anchoring my right seat and I'm keeping my right arm long. And then I'm just going to bend my left arm, placing the hand on the floor and gently pushing into that hand to deepen my stretch here. So you just go where it feels right to you. Take a breath. And then just lengthening the bent arm, bringing it back to center to change sides. Reaching over to the side, anchoring the opposing seat, and then you're bending the arm, pressing into the hand to deepen the twist or the stretch, and breathing. And then just releasing that, coming back to center. One more breath here. When you're ready, you're going to find your way into your quadruped. So hands and knees, hands are directly under the shoulders and knees are right under our hips. And we wag our tail to set up our neutral flat back position. And then just a little tap here to create connection to both shins and tops of the feet. Make sure the fingers are spread wide. You're pressing into your fingertips. And then we're just going to feel what it feels like when our shoulder blades are collapsed or not even engaged. And then you're going to draw your shoulder blades wide, letting the chest rise and the shoulder blades are broad on the back. You're going to keep that activity while we work here. First thing we're going to do is tuck our right toes, sending the right leg long, reaching through the right heel. You have equal weight on both hands. Your hips are square. Taking a deep breath into that. And then when you're ready, if it feels okay, you're going to reach the left arm, rotating the palm inward, taking a breath, and just soften that down to change sides. So you're tucking your left toes, reaching through the heel. You can feel the muscles of the legs kind of hugging the bones. And then when you're ready, right arm reaches. Again, palm spirals in, so thumb is up to the sky. Hold that. And exhale takes you down. And then from here, we'll take it to a floating leg. I want you to start with the toe tucking and then find that inner thigh of the right leg, picking up, reaching up to the sky to float that leg. And you're going to hold this. Find as long of a line as you can, as if somebody was pulling on your left hand here. And then just release that to change sides. So we're reaching right arm, tucking left toes, keeping the hips square, lifting the belly, drawing that left inner thigh up to float the leg. And again, nice long line from right fingertips out through the foot, left foot. And then just release that down. Okay, and then we're going to add on a little bit more core connection. Now left arm, right leg, you're going to inhale. As you exhale, you're going to round the spine like a cat, pulling the knee to the elbow, and inhale opens you up. Exhale pulls you in. And once more, inhale and exhale. Inhale to extend, and then just release it down with your exhale. You can always wag your tail in between, reset, reconnect to the pads of the fingertips. And then it's other side, right arm, left leg, floating the leg, inhale, exhale, pulling it in, round the back, elbow to knee. Inhale opens you up, exhale pulls you in, belly's pulling up towards the spine. And one more inhale, And exhale. Inhale to open and release that down. Then come back to your child's pose. Doing anything that feels good. So you can tent the fingers to take pressure off the wrists. You could rotate palms up here. Staying for just another breath. Feel free to look the head right and left. And then just belly scoops to stack the spine all the way up. And we're simply going to sweep our legs forward, coming to the top of the mat. So we're going to do our sitting cat-cows here. We start on our sit bones. Our hands are behind the thighs. We're getting nice and long and tall through the crown of the head. Inhale. And exhale, round it down. Sinking the belly, beginning to warm up the lumbar spine, the low back. Just 2 more like that. Inhale up. You can stay in a flat back or you can find a little extension moment. And exhale, pulls the belly in, slowly lowering down. Use your legs to support you here. You're holding on to the thighs. And one last time, inhale up. And exhale back. You're gonna come down as low as you can now without falling. Okay, keep those elbows wide, shoulders away from the ears, sink the belly. You're gonna hold it in this hard place. See if you can sink the belly just a little bit more. And then when you're ready, you'll release that all the way down and pull your knees in towards your chest. Give your knees a squeeze and then rocking it side to side so you can really soften into the low back. Just creating your imprint, so that low back sacral area, getting a little massage and connecting to your mat. Couple more breaths to just soften into that, doing whatever you need to in this moment. And then we're going to keep that low back connection as we turn on our core just a little bit more. You can always keep your head down for the core work and just move the legs. You can also use the top of the mat as a way to find your upper ab curl. So that would look like this. You're grabbing onto those corners, you're narrowing your elbows and then using the arms to pull you up. Now we're going to take our heels to touch, glued together, point through the toes, and then knees are in line with the armpits. You can pull the knees into the armpits, maybe even hovering your tail, and then extend the legs away from center. Heels are still glued together. And we're inhaling to bend the knees towards the armpits. Exhaling, extend the legs. And you're going to do that twice more. Inhale and exhale. Sinking the belly all the time. And your legs can only go so low that the low back stays on the mat. And go ahead and soften the knees. Let the head come down. Soften the front of the neck. And then we're going to move on to our scissor legs. From here, both legs go straight. And then you're holding onto your right leg, wherever that may be. It could be the thigh, the calf, the ankle, even the foot. As your left leg begins to lower, you're going to let that pick you up. Find that upper ab curl, or again, keep the head down. We're always working to draw the belly down here. And you're looking towards your thighs as you gently pull and stretch. And then switch it, pull and stretch. And you're breathing, inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Now stay here. We're switching the breath. Inhale this side and switch it. Exhale. Good. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. And last one. Inhale and exhale. And knees bend. Head comes down. Again, look your head side to side. Just let the front of the neck get soft. And then just from here, let's place the feet and find a couple of bridges to warm up the spine. Use the core activity that we've already created. Make sure your feet are parallel, hip distance, and close to your seat. Find shoulders, elbows, and palms connecting to your mat. Big inhale here in your neutral. And as you exhale, sink the belly, curl the tail, and slowly peel the spine off the mat. At the top, there's a gentle tucking of the chin to keep length in the back of the neck. Inhale here at the top, and then exhale to roll down. And you're just looking to connect the spine. See if each vertebra can lay itself down one at a time. until you're back in neutral, and we'll do that once more. Inhaling, exhaling to rise slowly, keeping inner thighs drawing towards each other so knees are not splaying open. Inhale here at the top, feel your arms really grounded, shoulders grounded. Exhale rolls you down, massaging it down. And then we're going to inhale at the bottom and exhale to come up and stay up for me. So we're going to hold it up here. You can either just hold and just breathe into that, or if you want to add on, making it a little bit more challenging, you're going to narrow the arms and shoulders just a touch to get really supported here. And then root into your left foot. Send your right leg up with a flexed foot, and we're going to pulse this, and we're going to keep our pelvis on this even plane as we lower and lift. And 4 more, and press. Last 3, you're breathing. Inhale, exhale, last 1. And lowering right foot, roll down as you're in between. Take a breather here. Inhale, exhale, rise up again. Again, get grounded with the arms and shoulders. Do what you need to. Root into your right foot. Send left foot up, flexing that foot like you're standing on the ceiling. And then we have 5 pulses, lowering the pelvis and pressing up. And lower and lift. Again, keeping the hips even as we work. You have last 2. Inhale, exhale, and last 1. And left foot down. Rolling it back down. Nice job. Hug your knees. Give yourself a little hug here. Maybe a side to side. Maybe circling the knees. We're going to soften the back body a little bit more. Good. Last breath. When you're ready, you're going to just bring your hands behind your thighs. Take a couple of rocks here to create some momentum, massaging the back body, and then finding your way all the way up, maybe balancing it at the top, and then just releasing that. And then from here, we're gonna find a seated position with our feet together, okay, and not too close to the pelvis, and also not too far away. We're inhaling to sit tall, we're holding onto the shins, and we're exhaling to pull the belly in. Curl the tail so you're rocking back towards your sacrum and getting this big stretch through the backs of the shoulders. Inhale stacks you up again. So similar to our cat-cow, but with the knees open. Exhale pulls back. And one last time, inhale. And exhale. And then just stacking it up. Now I'm gonna turn to face you. We're gonna take a little extra stretch, opening the legs here, okay, wherever it feels good to you, okay, and then we're just gonna walk it forward. See if you can keep the spine long as you start, just inching yourself forward, and then when it feels right, when you've gone as far as you can with the back flat, you can just kind of round the spine, let the head come down, and go where you want, taking a deep breath to your inner thighs and hips. And then use your hands to press you all the way back up. From here, we're going to bend one knee. Okay, you're still sitting tall. Feel both of your sit bones connecting. And then we'll reach up, inhale, and exhale. Find your side bend over your long leg. And then stacking it up, inhale. We're gonna go back to that side, and then we're gonna rotate. So find side. And then you're finding the belly pulling in as you rotate towards your straight leg. The hands could come to the earth, maybe to the foot, and I want you to find breath in your mid-spine. Mid-back opens here. And then just slowly return it side and stack it back up to change sides. So we're just gonna bend the other knee, extend one leg. Again, get on both of your sit bones, so do what you need to. And inhale to lengthen, and exhale to find your side bend. And inhale stacks us up again. And then exhale, side. And then when you're ready, you're drawing the belly in as you rotate towards your straight leg, really rounding through the mid back, breathing into it, opening up. One more breath like that. Slowly returning it side and drawing it all the way back up. Nice job. From here, we're transitioning, coming back onto our hands and knees. Okay, and we're going to create a little flow. We're going to tuck our toes. Let your knees come up for just a moment. Really get rooted into the hands again. Feel your shoulder girdle really strong and engaged, and then send the seat high so you're back in your dog. Feel free to pedal this out. Taking breath to wherever it feels tight. And then just square it off. Heels reaching for the earth. Shoulder blades wide on the back. From here, you're going to find a high plank for me. So coming into your high plank, and then you're just going to flow by bending the knees, sending your seat back and all the way to your dog. Let's do that twice more with breath. Inhale, high plank. Bend the knees and exhale, send the seat back to your dog. Last time, inhale. Knees bent, seat back, exhale. You're back in your dog. Now we're going to sweep our right leg back. Keep it parallel. Flex through that right foot. Find equal weight on both hands. When you're ready, bend the knee, kicking towards your bottom. And then keeping the foot flexed as you start to rotate and open that knee up to the sky. Opening the front of the hip. Find a deep breath here. And then drawing the right knee towards the nose to draw the foot forward, placing it towards or through the hands. Good. From here, you're going to let the back knee come down and untuck your toes. If your knee comes forward of the ankle on this one, that's okay. You can just kind of sink into it. Breathing into the hips. Find tented fingers if that feels good or helps you to lift up a little bit. We don't want to completely collapse into it. And then when you're ready, we're just going to shift it back. So sending the hips back, lengthening the front leg. You can take your hands back. This is a place where you may want blocks or props to bring the floor closer to you. We're working to pull right hip back here away from the front of the mat to square the hips. And then just shifting it forward one more time for me. Now we're going to activate pulling the belly in to stack it up here. So hands come to the thigh. And then when you're ready, you can sweep the arms up, lift the gaze, open the front body for one breath there. Slowly lowering the hands when you're ready. Framing the foot with both hands. You're tucking the back toes. And then sending right foot all the way back to your dog to pedal it out and then square it off. Again, get rooted through the hands, active with the arms. When you're ready, left leg sweeping back here. It stays parallel with the flexed foot. And then we'll bend the left knee, kicking towards the bottom, keeping the foot flexed as you begin to open, spiraling out into your external rotation to open the front of the left hip, finding breath, equal weight on both hands. And then just slowly pulling the knee in towards the nose to place the foot. And then that back knee comes down, toes untuck. Again, take a moment to sink into the hips. Breathe into where it's tight. If you'd like, find your fingertips so that you can create a little lift through the crown of the head. And when you're ready, we're shifting it back. So the hips move back, the front leg lengthens, the hands can come back with you. I'm drawing my left hip back here to square and taking a deep breath. And then just find your way forward again. And we want to find engagement, so pulling the belly in, activating front body connection to float to your thigh. Once you found that, sweeping the arms up if that feels okay, lifting the heart, lifting the gaze. One beautiful breath. And then just softening that down. Again, hands frame the foot, back toes tuck under, and your left foot will meet your right, taking you back to your dog. Take one more breath, just noticing if it feels a little bit more spacious now in the backs of the legs, or maybe in the back body. You can always soften the knees here. And then when you're ready, just bringing the knees down again, and we'll end in our child's pose, just like we started. So you do what feels good to you. See if your forehead can touch down. Maybe you want to shift the hips even a little bit, side to side. Feeling how your tail might be closer to your feet now than it was when we started. Maybe there's less tension under the arms or down the back. One final breath there. And then just scoop the belly when you're ready. Pull it in to stack you up to come to a seated position. And then just take this last moment seated. If this doesn't feel good, find another way to sit. I want you to just close the eyes and see if you can observe any sense of warmth, blood flow, activity, engagement, and connection that you've created here. Just savoring that for a breath. And thank you so much for being with me.